Hey everybody, welcome to our night writing sprint. And I just want to say thanks for joining me here on Lowry Writes, where I'm going to get to writing soon. But before that, I want to talk with you about organization and writing and goals and some tips and tricks. So I'm on Patreon, Jen Lowry Writes, and my Writing Warriors for Jesus group is going to get us a prize tomorrow. I'm going to create a calendar for all of us because it's something that I wanted to do too, just so we could keep up with everything, all of our writing goals. And I'm on Canva right now. So if you don't know this tool, I'm about to show you a quick tutorial here on Canva, just so you can kind of see the things that you can make in your author world. Now, I use Canva for all sorts of things, for promotional materials. Canva is amazing. So go to canva.com. I can put the link in the description. But there's so many things that you can make with Canva. So I'm just showing you the main homepage, but okay. So I have built our Writing Warriors for Jesus work here, and I have the Bible verses at the top. So I'm going to hit copy page because I need 4 verses. And this is my favorite verse. And I'm not the best at when it comes to like numbers. So I'm just going to check. Make sure that I got the right. And 1924. So 1919. Okay. When I write songs and poetry, I don't memorize them. I don't know how. We're halfway through the month, and I'm going to put celebrate your success. It's one thing we don't do enough of, I think, as authors, is really like review and go over all the wonderful things that we do all the time. And I think it's because we might forget, like, I'm talking about myself. I'm always busy and I'm doing so many things that I oftentimes can forget, wait, what did I do? So I'm turning it into a JPEG, and I'm going to page 6, and then I'm going to download it. And then I've over here in a June calendar, because I'm making a digital calendar. I love making vision boards with Google Slides. So I'm going to have like a vision board event with my WWJs, and we're going to use this calendar template that I made for them. And as you can see, it has the Bible verses throughout it. And then I need to put one here. So I'm going to make a new slide, and then I'm just going to drag it up here. And then again, I have a vision board party. And then I have their goals, the blank page, their reflections. And let me just make sure. Yep, because this week is done. And I didn't think about this until today. So I actually put it on my to-do list today about making sure that I had a calendar set for myself. And I'm going to start putting down in the calendar things that I'm up to, like what webinars I'm attending, what articles I'm reading, or what new tool I'm going to try for that day for my writing life. And I think that that's really cool because it can help me monitor everything that I'm learning. And then this is going to be my open board where I'm going to put all of my visuals. I'm a huge visual learner. I love to add pictures and images. And so this is going to kind of be my place where I'll be able to just make a list if I want to, put some images, and then I need to do a reflections at the end of the week. I forgot just, of course, the goals, like maybe just the short-term goals. And then right here, I'm thinking about doing a new slide here. And I want to change the layout. And then I'm looking at the 2-column one. And this one is going to be just like notes. Looking forward to a positive month. And then I'm going to change it purple and paprika. And then I've got my calendar built. Now, I've never used a digital calendar like this before. And I know you're probably saying, well, you could go out and buy you a really cool journal. Well, I have my journals here that my best friend, she always likes to buy me journals. My kids bought me journals too. This one's from my best friend. I have like 2 more journals from Mother's Day that my kids got me. So I'm always using these, but I really wanted a place to house a calendar, because in my journal, I do not have these weekly sheets like this. So that's what I wanted. And I want to show you how cool. So if you go to home and you come up here and you type calendar, does that look familiar? So you can see all of the different layouts that you can create. And just because it has that picture here, you do not have to use that picture at all. You can have the WWJ's emblem in here. So I'm going to go to June, just in case we need to see the big picture here, all the days together. And then I have just the plain desktop wallpaper. I'm going to have it here. And remove that. And I'm going to put this right there. And then here we go. I am downloading. And that is page 6. It's my birthday month. I think that I can celebrate it all month if I like. And then I'll have this for my calendar. I think I'm going to put it here. And then I'm going to share my calendar with my group. They can use it if they like. They can have and I'm going to make it where it's a forced copy. I didn't mean to hit delete. New slide. And then just drag it in. And it had saved as a JPEG. And then there we go. So I love my little calendar. But I'm going to create a forced copy when I hit share. That they have to make a copy of it before they start writing in it, because this is also can run as if they're doing journaling, if they're doing digital journaling. And I'm going to talk them through digital journals if that's the way they want to go. So I just wanted to share how you can create your own calendar just by using Canva and downloading some of the templates. And then you can, of course, personalize it. You can make it your own. But I really encourage you to have places where you can make your to-do list, to make your notes. I'm going to tell them, like, here, if they want to, they could put like their daily word counts up here at the top. If they're not doing like I am with the word counts, then they can just pick their one thing that they're going to do for today. And we talked about that in my group. Like, you don't have to do it all in one day. But even if it is that you're building up a social media platform, if you're doing that, then that's your one thing for that day. Then you're doing something that is going to pay off in the long run for your author world. So I think that always ending off the week with reflective practice is key. And when I'm coaching, I'm giving them the questions that they can go back and do reflections. So my people have the questions, but my boot camp people. But I just wanted to share that because you might want to make your own. And then you could share it out with your writing group. And so if you have a writing group, use the logos that you've created for that writing group, make it very special, and share it out with your members. I'm sure that somebody in the group might be appreciative of that. So, okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to show you guys how to create a Jamboard over the weekend. I've kind of talked about it all this week, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a tutorial about that. If you guys would be interested in seeing that tool. It's not really a tutorial, but I could talk you through how I'm using Jamboard on Google to create this editing process for myself that I'm doing for the first time ever. I've never done this before. And I know that there's tons of people that they have their own way. And so I encourage you tonight to find your way and to give strategies a try. Try the tools. If you don't like them, you can say, hey, it's not for me. But then when one of your friends says, you know what, I'm having some problems staying focused, then you can say, well, you know, I had this writer one time and she showed me Jamboard and it was working for her. You might want to try it. And that could be a great way to segue into a conversation and just give the person the freedom in order to explore those kind of writing tools that are out there. Now, Jamboard is not necessarily a writing tool. It's just part of Google. You can use it for anything. It's a shared board. It's great for brainstorming. It's kind of like a Padlet. If you've never used Padlet before, it's pretty much the same thing, and you can create these sticky notes onto the pages. I just find the Google. It's just easy. Pull it up. It's right there. No sign-in required, and you can share it out with people that have Google, so y'all can all be on there together and play around. And you can build multiple pages in Jamboard on one book. So I actually have like 2 pages for one book. That has like the research links. Like I've really been trying some new things and I like it. It just keeps it fresh. And I'm currently working on Bad to the Bone. It is a middle grade horror comedy. I just finished reading Fangs a Lot by Tim Collins. Love that book. There's a whole series by him, multiple books by him. And so I really liked his writing style. And that's the thing, when you find authors that make you laugh out loud when you're reading and just make you smile throughout the book, then that's the kind of authors that I want to find right now on my shelf. And I am waiting. I am on borrow and holds. And in the meantime, I've picked up the Spiderwick Chronicles. Now, I don't know if you guys have read that or seen the movie, but I love the way the Spiderwick Chronicles starts. It is so fun. So I'm reading that because I'm working fantasy and horror comedy at the same time. So you're going to hear me talk about middle grades books quite a bit as I'm going through this because I love to do that. I love to read while I'm working in a genre. I love to read and immerse myself in that genre. Not only on YouTube, watching my favorite YouTubers talk about scene development and plot and, middle grade fiction and hearing book reviews and all of that. But I love reading the works that are very popular out there that are, circulating and people know. A really good thing for you guys too is to get on Twitter and get on that writing community over there. It is amazing. And you can say, hey, I'm writing, middle grades fiction, or I'm writing whatever you were writing. You can tell me in the comments. You can say what you're writing and ask for recommendations. And you can get some really good recommendations from other writers out there on books that either their kids are reading or that they remember reading or that they've studied as with that research lens. So that's what I like to do. And then I'm constantly making lists, books I'm going to read on Pinterest because I don't want to lose them. And then I'll go to Goodreads, of course, and put down the books I'm currently reading and want to read. But I love my Pinterest boards. I told you guys I'm really visual about stuff like that. So I would encourage you to read within your genre. Okay, so here, what do I have? What is this? Let me go check. So when we're doing writing sprints, oh yes. So SCBWI, I registered for one of their events. Another writing tip about being a part of a community. Join organizations within your writing worlds. It's really important that you do that. And it's not just for connections, which I know is a huge part of that, but it's for the learning and for the resources and the ability to be able to glean from other authors that are very passionate about what they do and that they're part of these organizations and they're giving back. So really excited. I just got one of the confirmations. It's like, wait, what did I sign up for? Therefore, I need a calendar. Didn't I say it? I know myself. And so that's going to help me too, because I don't want to sign up for all of these really cool things and then during the middle of the week I forget. Now, yes, I can set reminders on my phone. And I talked about this earlier. I know Google Calendar is there for me, but I need it in a different place. And I think it's because for years I am required to use Google Calendar for work. And I want to make this WWJs. I want to get it off of just the Google Calendar. And I want it to be my own thing, to be able to type all in there and create and do, and make my vision boards for each week. Just my visualizations. I want to do all of that. And I'm not going to do that with Google Calendar. So, I mean, yeah, I could schedule Google Meets there, and I know how to use it up and down. Trust me, because I have to use it for work every day. But for my writing life, I want that to be separate. Just that separate vision, that separate visualization. I don't want it to be attached. So, I'm trying this new calendar thing because for things like that, when I get a notification, I can say, oh, let me go and put this on my calendar. So, I can print them off. I can have them in folders. I can put them by my journal. I can stick them in my journal and I can handwrite them, or I can use the digital boards. So if my printer ink is running low, then I've got a digital copy. It doesn't mean I have to have it printed out. So, I'm fine with the digital copy. That's why I love Jamboard so much, because I don't have to have sticky notes everywhere. If you saw my desk right now, I need to clean it. I need to get this space together around me. It kind of like my workspace. Yeah, my work. You should see my office. If the teachers pick at me, literacy galore. Let's just say that. Books galore. Okay. All right. So I've talked about some tips and some things that maybe can help you. And I showed you how to use Canva for calendars. You probably already know, but I hope that you find that that Canva can be used for so many things. So maybe you can build your own calendars for yourself, for your writing groups, and share them out. It'll be lovely. I am going to my timer. Now I'm about to set the 17-minute sprint. So I hope you're ready to sprint with me. Whatever it is that you're working on with your writing, whether you're illustrating or working on art, whether you want to jump on Canva for these 17 minutes, you can go right on. But this 17-minute sprint is for us to do our creative work uninterrupted. So what does that look like in my life? It still means that my kids can text me at any time. My family is all right here. But I've got no Twitter notifications up here anymore. I cut my Twitter off. I've cut my Facebook off. All my author sites are down. You start hearing dings, it's either my emails coming through or it is my kids texting. So, okay, 17 minutes. Let's get typing. You can hear my house going off. Going over to research. I'm looking up Scottish slang. Some of the stuff, I'm like, no grades. I can look it up. Okay, I'm not gonna get sidetracked. That's what can happen. I'm looking about what rats. So I'm having to stop every so often to go and do more research. We have a minute left. Okay, I'm going to finish this up. Just underline this. I had to italicize. I need a list of cats. I'm almost finished with this one. Oh yeah, Persians, Bengals. I did cabbies. Siamese and Sphinx. Then I think about the way I want it to talk. I don't know if you would read aloud. Siamese and Sphinx. Sphinx. Short-haired, long-haired, and nice cat cheeks. Side note. Always one little side notes because it's a narrator speaking through. So I'll say like side note and then I'll put the colon just to let it know. And I'm going to italicize all of these. I think I'm going to go back. I haven't done that in this edit, but I will. And then I think Jinx. Cats don't have to be told what to do. I love it. Okay. Okay. Chapter done. This one was probably a little shorter. I gotta fix that. I see it already. Okay, how much did I get this time? 968. Okay, I'm gonna go over to my Jamboard, chapter 15, and they are and I forgot. Sweet, I had to rename that. And so I'm at 968. New chapter done. Yes. 2 more to go, guys. I love this sustained writing time with you because it really allows me to be so productive. And I hope that you're productive too. All right. So, Jamboard is done. I get to go and watch some more Mentalist, take a break, and recording and video. Okay. And I'm fixing my chapters. I said before I like to name chapters. That would be a really cool illustration. In this chapter, I already know. I can hear you laughing. Sweet. Okay. All right. So I had 17,000 words in the first goal of mine for this book. Well, now that I've been doing the rewrites, I can let you know what I'm working on. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. Yeah, I can even hear the TV downstairs. I'm going to go back and look at my total word count. I'm at 17,970, so I'm pretty much 17,970. I'm almost 1,000 words over already. I've been going through and checking all of that. If I'm at, and I'm going to move my sticky note over, so maybe I'll be at 20,000 words for this early middle grade, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I have 2 more chapters to go, and I'm going to do Furious Fiction for the epilogue. That is on my to-do list. After brainstorming with you guys today in the stream, I was like, oh, that'll be so perfect. So you guys can write some Furious Fiction with me tomorrow. That's going to be a quick 500-word challenge for $500, and it's a free entry. So I really recommend you to go look up Furious Fiction and just do it for fun. Do it for an extension, because as soon as I saw the prompts, I was like, okay, I know I could do either Sweet Potato Jones or Bad to the Bone because of the topics about playing a game. So then I was like, well, then what would I use? Talking to you guys made me think of an epilogue. So I could just have like an extra scene there at the end. And at 500 words, that's really short. I can do that. And then even for the book, it doesn't have to be 500 words. The epilogue could be way shorter than that. I could cut it down. But I could have this little action sequence at the end for Bad to the Bone Club. I do not think that this one's going to be a series. I'm feeling it's closing itself up right now. Not to say that they wouldn't go on another adventure, but right now this is becoming pretty clear that it is a complete book. Not to say that series books can't be that. One of the things that I love about like picking up books for children is sometimes you don't have to read them in order for them all to make sense. So, like for example, you can pick up a Goosebumps, and you don't necessarily, unless it's part 1 and 2, but if you read Welcome to Dead House and then you go and you read The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, you're getting a whole nother experience. And so, yes, it is numbered, it is a series, but the stories are so quite different, as you know. So I don't know where this is going, but I do feel really good about this book. I love it. It's fun. I liked, putting in the elements of the song. The graveyard's my favorite scenes. The graveyard scenes are my favorite. I did read the Graveyard book from Neil Gaiman. If you have not read that, I highly suggest you go and grab that book right now. And I love these characters, but I love really what they stand for. And the whole problem, now there are, of course, these subplots and everything. There's not a lot in middle grades where you have tons of things going on. So I do have a couple of issues that come up here. Like, how the past can come back to haunt you, that kind of thing. That theme is in there. But they're getting separated when they get into 6th grade. And I don't know about you guys, but being in school, you kind of want to know what your classmates are from the year before. It gives you this social emotional health. You feel so much better when you know who you're with. But in Hauntsville, they begin to separate the kids when they get to middle school. So all the witches have to be together. All the creatures have to be together. All the ogres, all the vampires, the werewolves. And they do not allow them to intermingle anymore. And they're taking them away from their friends because they say that's the way of the survival of the species. Well, as we know, that is a dangerous concept. But we need to learn how to work together. And so Aaron wants that plan to get his friends back. So how can they do that? And so that's pretty much this book is staying together is better. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the writing sprint. I'm getting close over to almost this 1 hour mark, and it's just really good to feel this productivity during the day. I did the morning sprint, the afternoon, and the night, and I got 3 chapters done today. So that means if I've had 2 more, I might be doing 2 sprints tomorrow just to push myself over to get through this next round of edits. Because then guess what? I'm going to start right back at the beginning. Now, I'm not doing a complete rewrite of the book, but now I need to go back and I need to reread. So I have not ran it through Grammarly. I've not ran it through Pro Writing Aid. I love that Pro Writing Aid is going to be a sponsor to our WWJ's Writing Conference. So I really hope you get that, because go and get tickets on Eventbrite for that. Your email is going to be going into a raffle, and we're going to be giving away 3 one-year memberships thanks to Pro Writing Aid. So I do want to thank our sponsors for that. Every time that I get on, you're going to be hearing me talk about how much I love StreamYard, which is what I'm using right now, and BookBrush is another wonderful company that's going to be with us that day. We get coupons that we get to use after the event, so you'll get your codes that day. So just stay with me. So it was really great to have you guys here on the Jen Lowry Writes Show, and I really just hope that you stick around and come back and follow and join these writing sprints with me as I get through the edits, because I'm not going anywhere. This stuff is working for me, so I'm definitely going to keep doing it. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.